Welcome to the Happiness Within Reach podcast, where we explore timeless philosophies to build a fulfilling life. In today's tumultuous world, finding peace and happiness can seem like a major challenge. Fortunately, ancient Stoic philosophy offers us practical tools to deal with anxiety and find joy in our daily lives. Today, we'll delve into 3 core Stoic methods that can help you achieve happiness and inner peace. These methods aren't just for those who follow Stoic philosophy. They are beneficial for anyone who wants to cultivate strength, clarity, and wisdom to live their best life.
Part 1. Negative visualization. To appreciate what you have. The first method we'll explore is negative visualization. This is a simple yet incredibly powerful exercise designed to remind us of the good fortune we already possess. Stoic philosophy recognized that people tend to adapt to what they have and gradually take it for granted, a phenomenon known as hedonic adaptation. We may have once dreamed of having a spouse, a good job, a cozy home, or a car, but once we achieve them, we start to take them lightly and no longer enjoy what we have. Negative visualization is the solution to this problem. Its nature is simple. Imagine the bad things that have happened or the good things that didn't happen. You can imagine losing all your possessions, never having met your spouse, losing a family member, or losing a sense like sight or hearing. The goal isn't to make yourself miserable, but to awaken gratitude. Seneca, one of the most important Roman Stoics, described this technique in a letter to Marcia, a woman grieving the loss of her son. He advised her to anticipate events that could cause sorrow and to remember that everything we have is on loan from fortune, which can be reclaimed at any time without notice. Epictetus also advocated this method, advising us when we kiss our children to remember that they are mortal and not something we own. They are given to us for the present, not forever. He advised that while kissing a child, one should silently contemplate the possibility that they might pass away the next day. Consider 2 fathers. The first father frequently contemplates his child's mortality. The second father rejects such gloomy thoughts, assuming his child will outlive him and always be there to be enjoyed. In the first father will undoubtedly be more caring and loving towards his child. He will wake up each morning grateful that his child is still a part of his life, and throughout the day, he will seize every opportunity to interact with them. In contrast, the second father may not feel the same joy and might not even look up from his newspaper to acknowledge his child's presence. The joy he gets from interacting with his child will not be as profound as the first father's. Therefore, negative visualization not only helps us avoid taking what we have for granted, but also increases our enjoyment of the world around us, turning a normal meal into a celebratory occasion. It is a powerful tool for finding contentment in life.
Part 2. Dichotomy of Control. The key to invincibility. The second, and perhaps the most foundational method of Stoic philosophy, is the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a great former slave who became a philosopher, opened his famous work, The Handbook, with the declaration, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not up to us." The things that are up to us include our opinions, impulses, desires, and aversions. These are the things over which we have complete control. In contrast, the things that are not up to us are external things like possessions, reputation, health, and external events. We do not have complete control over them. The purpose of this distinction is for us to focus our energy on what we can control. If we only desire what is completely within our control, we will never feel disappointed or anxious. Epictetus asserted that, in this way, we can become invincible. For example, winning a tennis match is not entirely within your control. You can practice diligently, try your best, but still lose. However, you do have a certain degree of control. Practicing and trying your best will affect your chances of winning. The Stoic philosopher William Irvine even proposed a trichotomy of control: things we have complete control over, things we have no control over at all, like whether the sun will rise tomorrow, and things we have partial control over, like winning a tennis match. Marcus Aurelius believed the key to a good life is to appreciate things that are truly valuable and be indifferent to things that are not. Because we have the freedom to assign value to everything, we have the power to live a good life. By forming correct opinions and assigning accurate values to things, we can avoid a lot of pain, sadness, and anxiety, thereby achieving the tranquility that the Stoics sought.
Part 3. A view from above, to put everything in context. The third method we'll discuss is a view from above. This is an exercise designed to remind you of your own smallness and the relative unimportance of most things. In other words, it helps you get the bigger picture. This technique is very simple. You use your imagination to relate yourself to the entire world and beyond. You can do it by following a guided meditation, doing it yourself. This is the recommended method because it requires no equipment and can be done anywhere. You can choose a relaxing place like a park or a beach. Start by imagining yourself above the clouds, then slowly get closer to the world and the people in it. You can even start from a much more distant point in the far reaches of the universe. Observe everything happening. First kisses, wars, discoveries, learning processes, artistic creations, traffic jams, and anything else you can imagine. Observe, but do not judge. Now, think about yourself in relation to all of that. Realize that many things you consider important are only relatively so. Know that you yourself are only relatively important. This technique is especially effective in helping us deal with daily minor annoyances. For example, Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded himself of his own impending death and that of others, believing this would make the triviality of annoying incidents apparent and thus lessen our irritation. Placing annoying events in a cosmic context helps us see their insignificance and reduce our frustration. Part 4. Conclusion and Call to Action. Stoic philosophy, with tools like negative visualization, the dichotomy of control, and a view from above, is not just an abstract system of thought, but a practical way of life. It helps us realize that while life can be full of challenges, we always have the power to control our reactions and our attitude. Applying these exercises will help you cope with adversity, reduce anxiety, and find joy in the simplest things. The important thing is that these techniques can be combined. For example, you can go for a walk early in the morning without a jacket, even though it's a bit cold. Physical self-discipline. While doing that, you can tell yourself you're lucky it's not raining. Negative visualization. The common thread behind all these exercises is that they require you to look at your life honestly and deeply. And that is never a bad thing, no matter what your worldview is. If you want to learn more about Stoic philosophy and how to apply this philosophy to your life, I highly recommend you. Thank you for listening to Happiness Within Reach today. I hope these insights will bring value to your life. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this podcast with your friends, family, or anyone you think might benefit from Stoic wisdom. See you in the next episode.